Good evening, everyone. Today is day 86 of my 90-day video blog challenge. And first of all, I just want to say this. So I gave up meat. So it's been I'm going on week 2 now. So I've done my first week, and this is the start of the next week of me doing no meat. And I feel wonderful. I feel great. But I'm also trying to cut back on dairy so that I can eventually give that up. And I just want to say this is like the hardest thing ever is with the dairy, because you find that some people do have your vegetarian things, but they usually include some type of dairy, cheese, sour cream, something that's dairy. So this is a real challenge to me. But just something to keep in mind. You know, sometimes you have vegetarians out there and they don't eat the dairy. So just keep that in mind when you're planning parties and events and things like that. Not saying that we need special treatment. We know we live in a carnivore type of world. But, you know, everybody doesn't do that. Just, you know, just a little something. But anyway, today I actually wanted to talk about a 4-letter word called hope. No, it's not the other 4-letter word. This one is a different one. Now, this 4-letter word, hope, is something that can rejuvenate somebody and energize them and just take them to where they skyrocket, and it does wonders for them, and they achieve so much, they reach for the stars, you know, all that good stuff. But at the same token, hope can also be the one thing that crushes them, like a boot that's just somebody just stomped on their soul and twisted. That's what hope can do, because and I think sometimes it's just the way we look at it. We hope for things to happen. We hope for people to come in our lives. We hope for, you know, more money. We hope for new jobs. We hope for this. We hope for that. And when we don't get it, it crushes us, almost in some cases to a debilitating point. And I think what we really need to do is just change our perception on what it is that we're looking for. So you're hoping for something to happen, or you hoping for some change, or hoping for something to come your way. And when it doesn't, we get crushed. Well, maybe that thing that you focused on, that you thought was going to be that answer that you've been looking for, maybe is not the package that is supposed to come in. So you may be looking for more money, thinking that it's on the next lottery ticket you buy, for example, and really it's that job that you turned down, or the one you only halfway working because you're waiting on this lottery to come through. You know, maybe a hope is that this person you meet is going to be Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, and you guys are going to have this wonderful life together and live happily ever after in your white picket fence house. And come to find out, you know, he's not that interested in you, or she's not that interested in you, or she's not the person that you thought she was, or he's crazy, or whatever the case may be. Which, by the way, thank you. One of my friends actually pointed out that whatever the case may be is something I say in almost all my blogs. So now I catch myself saying it all the time. But he said that's my signature is whatever the case may be. So whatever the case may be, you know, that person that you put that hope in, and that you focus that or centered that on, maybe they're not the one that you're meant to be with. Maybe that's not Mrs. Right or Mr. Right. Maybe they truly are crazy, and that's why you were disappointed, is so that you don't continue thinking that they are the person that you think they are for you. Now, they can be the most wonderful person in the world, and I'm not knocking that, but just because we feel that they're the most wonderful person in the world, and just because we can see where they can fit in our lives, does not necessarily mean that they are the one for us. So when we hope for that, and it comes out that, you know, they're not the one for us, it crushes us, and we have to catch ourselves from falling into this depression over it and giving up hope altogether. When you can still have that hope, it's just you need to understand that it's not going to be in the package that you thought it would be. Like I said, with the lottery ticket, you might not be the one that wins the next Powerball jackpot. You know, maybe your jackpot comes into the job that you're doing, or the job that you're about to get, or maybe it's a hobby that you're working on. Whatever that may be, that's what your hope should be. It's the end goal, not how you get there or what's at the end. So if you're hoping for more money, then the hope is for more money. Not necessarily how you're going about doing it. That's not what you put the hope in. That's not what you put your faith in. You put it in the end result of what it is you want. Maybe your hope is that you find somebody special. So you don't put that hope in the person that you're seeing or talking to or that you're dealing with at that time. You put the hope in the fact that you're going to find Mr. Right, or you're going to find Mrs. Right, and that's what you put your hope in. is that that's going to happen. You know, maybe it's a new car. So you put your hope in the fact that you're going to get a new car. You know, and I feel like what we do is that we put our hope on the wrong things. We center it on a person instead of the event itself on which we want to happen. So when that person disappoints us, or when that opportunity we were looking for doesn't come through, we lose hope on the whole thing altogether. And it's really the experience, it's really the end result that we're really hoping for. So don't lose hope because it didn't come the way you wanted it to come. Don't lose hope because it's not in a package that you want it to come. Don't lose hope at all. Keep your hope alive. Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive that what it is that you're going for, that goal, that end result, that thing that you want, that the thing that you feel you need is actually going to happen. And don't settle on or focus on or put all that hope in or direct it towards a single thing, because the truth is you never know what it's going to come or how it's going to come. So that's really my message for today, is don't lose hope. Don't fall into that depression. Don't fall into that abyss of darkness where we find ourselves sometimes because things don't go the way we want. Just because this isn't the time, or maybe that isn't the person, or that isn't the opportunity, does not mean it's not going to happen. It just means you have to continue hoping for the event, the situation, the product, the ideal itself, and not focus it all on one individual person, one ideal, one anything. You know, so that's my message for tonight. And I really hope that this goes through, and I really hope that this actually helps somebody, because like I said, we fall in depression all the time, and really we just need to change how we're looking at it. I did a video before on perception, and this is more along the lines of what it is that I'm going with, is you have to change your perception on things. So change how you're perceiving your hope is the same thing in which I'm saying right now. But I am over my normal time, so I apologize for that. So that's my message for tonight, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow night.